Hello, it's Reed from Fresh from the Garden, and I'm here with my friends today, Joe.
Hi.
And Jordan.
Hello.
And Helena.
Hello.
We have a special video today. My brother Jay says the videos are too long, so today it's a special speed update, and we're going to keep track of time and hopefully do it all in 5 minutes. So without further ado, Jordan, let's put 5 minutes on the clock.
5 minutes on the clock and go.
Okay, so Reed, tell me about what's new in the garden for the last 2 weeks.
There's been a ton of new growth in the garden. It's doing great, specifically flowers and fresh greens and fresh fun.
What are some of your flower highlights?
You gotta say the purple coneflower is looking beautiful. Also, the peas are flowering, which are sort of not that beautiful, but they make peas, which is awesome. And the eastern prickly pear is gorgeous.
And what have you been eating from the garden the last couple weeks?
Eating a ton of greens is the number one thing. About every night I come and make a huge salad. Includes the different brassicas, the kales, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, in addition to herbs like fennel, cilantro, parsley, in addition to some sort of volunteer crops like the lamb's quarters, the wood sorrel, dandelions, beet greens. I'll list a whole list of the plants that I've been eating in the video, but those are some of the highlights.
Nice. And have you got anything that's been missing from your salads that you wish was in there?
Yeah, so last year I planted lettuce and it bolted, so I became frustrated and didn't plant lettuce.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have something simple and crunchy in the salads, and I'm missing that right now.
Anything else coming from the garden?
Yeah, so from around the garden there's a white mulberry tree and a red mulberry tree, and they're delicious.
And have you seen any wildlife around?
Yeah, so there's a ton of insect interactions, which are always fun. Various wasps, bees, spiders. But the best insect interaction has been a monarch caterpillar that I found on almost a dead milkweed plant, and I transferred it to this milkweed.
Yeah.
It was doing great, and then it disappeared. I think it went off to make a chrysalis, but I'll miss him.
They grow up so quickly, don't
They really do.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
3 minutes.
Anything else besides insects?
Yeah, so they put in a bat house, and in the dusk I've seen a bat flying around, hopefully eating mosquitoes, but there's still a ton. Also, there's been a hawk that's come and landed on these posts a couple times, and a woodchuck that eats the mulberries on the entrance of the garden.
Super cute. Have you had any setbacks?
Fingers crossed, not really so far this year. The fence up has been a huge game changer.
Have you used any new techniques this week?
So I just did some pruning on my fruit trees, the larger fruit trees. Specifically, I went for a modified central leader system, which is looking pretty nice.
And how do you make a modified central leader?
As I understand it, and I'm not an expert, but you take out all but one central leader and train the lower branches to go out horizontally. And that has the benefit of sort of encouraging the trees to make fruit hormonally, and also allows them to have better crotch angles, so when they make fruit, they don't break off.
Nice. Do you train apples and pears in the same way?
As I understand, mostly the same way, but you have to keep in mind that apples have spurs that last from year to year, and that's where the fruit goes.
Yep.
And pear trees make fruit on the previous year's growth.
Okay. Are there any other plants that you want to mention?
So I have Jerusalem artichokes coming up around the garden, which is nice because I'd forgotten about them. And they look like sunflowers at first, but now that they're larger and sending out branches laterally, you can tell them apart. And I also have castor beans on the outside that are really starting to grow well.
And before we finish, what are you looking forward to at the garden?
I'm really excited this year about the grapes, because the grapes are starting to get really full. The fennel is also growing really well, and I'm looking for a nice full fennel bulb. Eventually potatoes and raspberries, and there's a variety of crops, but really the grapes are one thing I'm looking forward to a lot.
Nice. Well, I think that does it.
All right, how we do on time?
Great.
High five!
Are you going to do no high fives?
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Fresh from the Garden, and we hope to see you next time.